In the vast, silent expanse of our solar system, the rusty surface of Mars has long held a particular fascination for us. It is a world of stark beauty, towering volcanoes, canyons that dwarf anything on our own planet. Yet, for all its grandeur, it has appeared to be a world devoid of life. Now, however, a new NASA study has brought forth a hard-to-explain find that challenges this perception. Deep within ancient Martian rocks, scientists have uncovered a complex assortment of organic molecules. Simple to state, profoundly difficult to explain. This single, intriguing find may forever alter our perspective on the possibility of life beyond Earth, nudging us closer to answering one of humanity's oldest and most fundamental questions. The discovery does not, in itself, shout, life. Instead, it whispers a tantalizing possibility from across the gulf of space and time. To appreciate the significance of this discovery, one must first understand what these crucial substances are. Organic molecules are the chemical building blocks of life as we know it. Complex structures built primarily around a scaffold of carbon atoms, often bonded with hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and other elements. On our own world, they are everywhere. They form our DNA, the proteins in our cells, and the tissues of every plant and animal. The entire vibrant tapestry of life on Earth is woven from these fundamental carbon-based compounds. They are, in essence, the very stuff of which living things are made, the raw materials from which biology constructs its intricate and diverse forms. Finding these molecules on Mars is surprising because the planet's modern surface is an incredibly hostile environment for them. The thin Martian atmosphere offers little protection from the sun's harsh ultraviolet radiation and the constant bombardment of high-energy cosmic rays from deep space. These forces are powerful enough to break down and destroy complex organic compounds over time, effectively sterilizing the uppermost layers of the soil. The fact that any of these delicate molecules have survived for billions of years suggests they were protected, perhaps buried quickly and sealed away within the rock, shielded from the destructive radiation that scours the surface today, a lucky circumstance for the scientists seeking them. This inherent fragility of organic matter is what makes its discovery so profound. The discovery was made possible by NASA's Curiosity rover, a mobile science laboratory exploring Gale Crater since 2012. The specific findings came from analyzing mudstone samples drilled from the Murray Formation, the sedimentary layers of a lake over 3 billion years old. The rover carries a sophisticated suite of instruments, including the Sample Analysis at Mars, SAM. SAM acts like a miniature oven and chemical analyzer. It heats rock powder to high temperatures, releases gases that are then analyzed by a mass spectrometer. It's remote-controlled geology and chemistry on another world. NASA re-examined the data from these ancient rocks methodically. Heated rock powder inside SAM released a variety of carbon-based chemicals detected by the onboard mass spectrometer. New research digs deeper into the identity of those chemicals, trying to understand their structure and possible formation pathways. It's like a forensic scientist examining a tiny clue from an ancient crime scene. What process created these molecular signatures? Organic molecules had been found on Mars before, but this analysis found a richer, more complex mix. The study identified molecules like thiophanes, on Earth often linked to sulfur-related biological processes. While not definitive proof of life, such specific complex compounds are harder to explain by simple abiotic chemistry. The study acts like a scientific audit. Can non-living processes account for this particular mix? The answer isn't straightforward. The find's location matters. Gale Crater was chosen because it once held a long-lasting body of liquid water. Finding complex organics in an ancient lakebed strengthens the case that early Mars had potentially habitable environments. Among the various explanations for the presence of these organic molecules, the most exhilarating possibility is that they are the molecular fossils of ancient Martian life. If microscopic organisms once thrived in the waters of Gale Crater's ancient lake, their bodies would have been composed of organic matter. As these organisms died, their remains would have settled into the muddy sediment at the bottom of the lake. Over vast geological timescales, as the mud compacted and hardened into rock, these organic traces could have been preserved. In this scenario, the molecules detected by Curiosity are not just interesting chemicals. They are the last vestiges of a long-extinct Martian biosphere. This hypothesis is compelling because the environment of early Mars appears to have been remarkably similar to that of early Earth, with a thicker atmosphere, a stronger magnetic field, and abundant liquid water on its surface. Key conditions believed to be necessary for life to emerge. If life can begin wherever these conditions are met, then it is plausible that it began independently on Mars. The organic molecules, in this context, would be precisely the kind of evidence we would expect to find from such a genesis, a faint echo of biology in a world that has long since fallen silent. Furthermore, life is exceptionally good at producing large quantities of complex organic molecules. Biological processes are far more efficient at creating and concentrating these compounds than most non-biological chemical reactions. While geology and cosmic infall can produce organics, they often result in a simpler or more random assortment of molecules. The specific complexity and variety of the compounds found in the Martian mudstone, as hinted at by the new analysis, align well with what might be left behind by a community of microorganisms. It is the subtle patterning and richness of the find that makes the biological explanation a candidate that scientists must take seriously. Of course, this remains a hypothesis, not a conclusion. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and a few intriguing molecules are not enough to declare the discovery of past life. While the possibility of ancient life is captivating, science demands we rigorously explore other explanations. One leading non-life theory is delivery from space. Our solar system is filled with asteroids and comets, many rich in carbon-based compounds from the primordial nebula. For billions of years, Mars, like Earth, was bombarded. Carbonaceous meteorites could have crashed into Mars, depositing organics into the soil and into the water of places like Gale Crater, later becoming part of the rock. Another non-biological pathway is geology and native Martian chemistry. This is called abiotic synthesis, making organics without life. For example, reactions between water and certain types of rock, heated by volcanic activity or hydrothermal vents, can turn inorganic carbon like atmospheric carbon dioxide into more complex organic molecules. This is similar to Fischer-Tropsch synthesis on Earth. Ancient Martian hydrothermal systems could have been chemical factories, producing the molecules Curiosity detected in the mudstone. But the complexity of the find challenges non-life explanations. Meteorites can make organics and geological reactions can too, yet they don't always make the exact types and mixtures the rover saw. Sulfur-bearing organics, like thiophanes, may need very specific chemical conditions, perhaps stricter than a random meteorite impact or a typical volcanic reaction. The new NASA study evaluates these odds, saying non-life is possible, but some pathways struggle to match the chemical signature. This is the crux of the scientific puzzle. It's not a simple life versus non-life choice, but weighing probabilities. This puzzling discovery fundamentally shapes the future of Mars exploration, providing a sharper focus for upcoming missions. It validates the strategy of following the water and adds a new directive. Search in the preserves. Ancient lakebeds aren't just geologically interesting. They are potential repositories of the very clues we seek. Missions like NASA's Perseverance rover and the European-Russian ExoMars rover are designed to build upon Curiosity's work. They carry instruments to analyze rock chemistry in greater detail and can drill deeper beneath the surface, where organics would be better shielded from destructive radiation. The ultimate goal for many scientists is a Mars sample return mission. Rovers are marvels of engineering, but onboard analytical tools are limited compared to Earth labs. Bringing pristine Martian rock and soil home would allow unprecedented scrutiny. Scientists could use a global network of advanced instruments to search for the faintest biosignatures, analyze isotopic ratios with extreme precision, and examine samples under powerful microscopes for fossil clues. This find strengthens the scientific case for a sample return. The study also provides a roadmap for what to look for next. Pay attention to organic molecules and to sulfur-bearing minerals, and to their association as a potential clue to origin. Future investigations will seek these chemical pairings and analyze them with greater precision. Scientists will look for patterns characteristic of life, such as a preference for molecules of certain size or of certain structure. It's a shift from asking, "Are there organics?" to asking, "What is the character and context of these organics?" A more nuanced, powerful question. In the end, this hard-to-explain find is a profound, hopeful moment in our exploration of the cosmos. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.